So hello and welcome to a Film Mixologist. What I'm going to be doing today is I'm going to try and start doing some initial cleaning for the cylinder head. So let's see if we can get rid of some of this carbon deposits. So I'm going to try first doing this. So I'll go with this wire wool a bit and this pad, really, it's not wire wool, sorry, but it won't. Let's have a look. The reason why I'm trying to do it like this is so that I don't. It does look a bit rough. Okay, so let's have a look. That might be good enough. So look, in here I think what I need to do, especially the exhaust, it's going to require a bit of attention. Look at this. So let's have a look. If we just check a bit of this down there. One thing that I need to show you, so I don't know if you can see it from there, but if you look at here, you can see that this is not exactly round. So what I'm going to try and do is I can see if I can fix this by making some sort of chamfer to it. That'll be better. This is the exhaust side. You know, I have half a mind to get this thing and just shove it in the ultrasonic cleaner with traffic film remover. Do you know what? Might as well do that, I think. Well, maybe not, I don't know. So okay, so I think now that I've cleaned it up just a little bit, I'm in a position to assess the condition of the valve guides, and I think they are to be in good shape. The only thing that I might have to do, probably you can see it from there, but there seems to be like a ridge in there, and I might have to kind of cut this like this just a little bit, just to blend it in. But I think I'll do that. I'll explore that on another episode. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and clean all the other bits of the head kind of there. So to be continued. Okay, so I'm continuing here with the head of the Lister D. And so what I've done in the background is I've bead blasted all of this area, and I found that there is, I don't know if you could see it here, but there is a lot of like casting flash around here, especially here. This is actually, you can feel it with your fingers. So obviously I'm gonna have to grind some of this away just to, you know, tidy it up a bit. And also there is a problem here. If you look at this port, let me try and put you know, as close as I can to them. You can see that there is a huge mismatch between the ports, and I think the reason why this happens is because of the way this is cast. So this is cast originally, it would have been cast in like two pieces that are like sandwiched together, and so there is a bit of a kind of mismatch between one and the other now, and therefore the hole is out of round. So this is the exhaust, and look, this is kind of quite bad. And on this one, what I'm doing is as you can see, there's a bit of paint there, but just some random bit of paint. What I did here is I did a gasket, like a paper gasket with the carb, and I just painted a bit in there with the now obviously that unfortunately didn't work, because I've got, the idea was that the gasket should have told me where there was some excess metal, and so where could I kind of start cutting this to kind of match the ports in here. So what I'm gonna have to do, unfortunately, is do it the old style way. Let's have a look if I can do it like this. I'm gonna have to mark it out again. I mean, this is the right kind of size orifice in a sense. So what I'm gonna have to do is, obviously, and I did it with the bolts on both sides. There you go. Okay, so I don't know if you can see it. Maybe I need to bring you in a bit closer. And so right here you can see all of this. Here I'm not touching the gasket, here I'm not touching the gasket. This side is okay, but all around here I need to come in with the grinder and just match up this bit to make it kind of round, kind of properly round, in a sense. So that's the thing that I need to do next. And then on the exhaust, I think if you can see it there, now this has a big ridge here, and it's clearly kind of out of round. So I'm gonna see if I can just try to tidy up that little bit in there. So I think the intake bit is ready here. Obviously I didn't go mad with the port matching. I mean, it's not that this is a unit that it's a 426 Hemi that is about to be used in drag racing, you know, for a national championship or anything. It's a stationary engine, you know, 700 RPM, 1.5 horse. So therefore, the only thing is at least now the airflow is not going to be kind of restricted in this because of the lack of port matching. And this, maybe I can open it up a bit more with a chamfer. So, but for that I need to put it on the pillar drill, so that it's gonna require kind of another round. But the good thing about the exhaust is that the exhaust it doesn't matter so much because the air flows from the inside out. That's not so much of a problem. It was more of a problem here because the air is flowing like this, and if it was hitting this wall it was impeding the flow. But now it's you know, it's good enough. So the next thing I need to do is I need to lap the valves, and that sort of is gonna get the bits of the head more or less ready for me to start preparing and doing all the I need to strip it down, strip the paint, and start all the primering and all the other bits that I need to do. Cheers. Okay, so the last big job before I start kind of preparing this for paint and priming and everything else is to do the valves. Now for the valves, what I have done already is obviously clean the valve stem. I've also cleaned the valve guides in here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this product kind of grinding paste that has two ends, one coarse and one fine. Obviously through Airfield Mixologist, I mean, I don't get any sponsorship from this company. I just put it with my own money, just saying. And also one important thing is that what I'm going to do, so what you do is basically you insert the valve. I put a little bit of WD-40 on the stem so that it's lubricated, and once the valve is in, I put a bit of paste, and you use this suction cup and you basically go like this until you achieve a nice little finish, and that tells you that the valve has a very good sealing surface and you're not going to start losing compression from the head. So I'll just show you a minute what it's like. So you just continue like this for a little bit. And then I'll show you the finished product with this valve, and then I'm basically going to do the exact same process with the exhaust valve. Okay, so now as you can see, I've done both the inlet and the exhaust valves, and they both have, let me put this up like so you can see it better. So they all got a very smooth kind of sealing phase, both of them. The exhaust valve needed a bit more coarse grinding, and then with the fine paste a couple of goes, but I think I'm happy where I got to with both of them. And I think probably because the valve was a bit pitted, it was losing a bit of compression before. So I think with this, when I come to assemble them, I think I'm not going to start losing any compression, at least not on this side. So that brings us to the end of this video for the this part of the head. Now what I need to do after I finish this is I need to start doing all the cleaning all the passages and cleaning the head, cleaning the outside of the head as well. I need to do all this stuff and get it ready for paint and priming. So See you on the next episode.